What is up, guys? In today's video we have another Inside the Mindset video. I'm going to walk you through my thoughts and decisions as I play in Fortnite Zero Build. As always, if you guys do find this video helpful, informative, interesting, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more, and comment down below what you think of the new TMNT update. I'm really liking it. I'm really happy that the turtle mythic items are just like actually good mobility, and kind of like regardless of how you feel about the show, there's good content in this update, you know? Like if you're a Fortnite player, we're going to be going Hazy Hillside. Not only has it been one of my favorite POIs in Chapter 5, but there is a Ninja Turtle vending machine here, so you can buy the mythics, which is nice. It's not like it's really that hard to obtain them either way. Like, you can just go to the drop and get it, but I like being able to buy it and just, like, have it from the, you know, very early on in the game. But also, there is a mini vault here, so you can basically get the amount of gold that you're going to spend on the turtle mythic back if that is something you're concerned with. And it has decent rotations into, like, the 100% radio tower spawn rate. And like kind of dealing with these medallion players early on in the game. So like I said, Hazy's been one of my favorite locations, but the fact that it has a turtle vending machine now and, you know, a decent amount of gold in that mini vault that you can just like quickly get back the gold you spend is pretty nice if you are someone that is kind of stingy with your gold. I feel like there's two types of Fortnite players. The players that are like confused at how anybody is ever running out of gold or concerned about it at all, you know, and then there's some people that are like very stingy about ever spending it on anything. Sad my fizz ran out. Yeah, that was a struggle. I don't want to talk about it. There's an AI though, luckily for me. I cannot hit them. Nice. We may or may not be able to buy it from the vending machine, because there was people that landed on the other side of the POI, and that's where the vending machine is. I don't like landing just like straight on it. There's an AI as well. Where's my card, man? So here's the turtle vending machine. He's quite weak. GG's Witty Gamer. There was another player here. It may or may not be a real player though. Not really much to that fight, to be honest. I just got decent opening tags on him, and then it was easier for me to chase because I had the turtle mythic. That wasn't an AI. It was a very cautious player. Okay, unfortunately, we do not have a G-Wagon. Also, unfortunately, I have a striker AR with no scope on it. I'm not a fan of it at all. I really like the striker AR, but like the third-person striker AR, for some reason, for me, is just like not it at all. I don't know if I'm alone in this, but like, if I had to use one of the ARs in third person, I would rather have the Enforcer than Nemesis than the Striker. I don't know why, but like those just don't feel as bad in third person to me as the striker does. There's somebody through bunkers down here. Also, I don't have a sniper. And so like if I had a sniper, I could kind of make up for the fact that my AR doesn't have a scope at like more medium long range fights. But the fact that I don't have a sniper is also kind of like, I'm just like kind of useless in medium to long range. There is somebody here because the boss hasn't spawned yet. Fighting this character is so weird. It, like the movement like glitches out. Okay, that was very lucky. That was like the perfect range for, you know, a third person striker AR, I think. I'm gonna move my car so when the boss spawns it doesn't like force field it away. And then we do have the Grand Glacier player still in Grand Glacier. And so this radio tower is 100% spawn rate. Spawns every game as of the time I'm recording this, and like prior in chapter 5 it's possible at some point they change it. So being able to just like clear Hazy and then get to this is really nice. If you're able to clear Hazy really fast, then sometimes you can kind of go for reckless medallion, like, and then customize your weapons and come back. But I didn't think that would be the case this game. You do have to be concerned about dealing with either medallion player from Grand Glacier or Reckless Railway coming towards you while you're fighting this. And like there will be times where maybe you have to fight both at once, or they're both like coming here at the same time. But if they have the medallions, it's kind of easy to predict that, you know. Reckless medallion recently got picked up. I failed to reload my AR unfortunately, but this timing is like very important to me. Is he leaving? This is potentially very, very, very bad. I don't care about the medallion or the mythic weapon, but I would like to customize my weapons at the mod bench. And so I think that's the player that has the reckless medallion. It's possible that they, you know, customized their weapons and then left, but it's also possible that they just took the medallion and didn't open the vault and left because for some reason that's a thing I've encountered. Yeah, that stinks. That is not great at all. And so now I kind of have two choices. I could go for like the elimination on him and then come back with the medallion, but I don't think that's worth. I think it's probably better to just go fencing and hope that they already open that vault as well, and that we can like kind of sneak in and get some stuff. But fencing is probably the most inconvenient vault location to third party and fight like mid game. I think like it's just always a mess there with like people hiding in the tunnels and stuff. But we are like very much outmatched in every fight I get in right now to a player that has vault loot, I think. That's probably Lavish Medallion. If they kept coming this way, I would have liked to fight them, but it's going to be hard to fight them. Because I don't have a Mythic Auto Shotgun. I have a purple one, which is great. But if I'm going to fight the player that I know is from Lavish and likely has the Mythic Auto, I would like to just not make it an Auto Shotgun fight. You know, I'd like to like maybe snipe them or mid-range AR them, but my likelihood of doing either of those things is just rough right now because I don't have a sight on my striker and I also don't have a sniper. That's why I was saying I'm like kind of outmatched in most fights I get in. So I kind of want to try to make the fight an auto shotgun fight, but just making a fight a straight up auto shotgun fight is like kind of random, you know? Like that's usually not the most ideal way to play, but like fighting mid to long range is not great for me right now. No, what's going on? My movement just like glitched so hard. That was weird. If I died to that, it would have been sad. So that was like bad. That guy had just sniped somebody and then I killed him in hopes that like the person he sniped wouldn't be a problem. I also wasn't even sure if he was fighting anyone or like shooting at that bush because there's a bush over there and I thought maybe he thought I went in there. But either way, he wasn't looking at me, and I thought that timing would be beneficial for me to get beams on him, which it was, but we just immediately got third-partied. Now we can check his loot and maybe get a sniper. Okay, nice. Wasn't sure if that other player was going to take it or not. I think that player that left was the one that had the Mythic Striker AR and the medallion. which I would like to have. I've been loving the Mythic Striker AR recently. Okay, luckily the vault is opened. If this one didn't get opened either, I would have been so sad. Okay, we do get an upgrade on our Striker AR as well. That's good. Okay, so things just got a lot better. Now I have a sniper. We can kind of play mid to long range and not just be at an automatic disadvantage because, like I was saying earlier, if I don't have a sniper, if I don't have an AR with attachments, it just feels like you have a huge disadvantage, you know, peeking into somebody. If they're 60, 70 meters away and they have a sniper and you have a third-person AR, that's going to be rough. But also just hopping on somebody with the auto shotgun is going to be rough as well, or just kind of random. But that, like, randomness was, like, almost not as bad as, like, how much of a disadvantage I would be at medium to long range. That's why, like, playing this game up to this point was weird. But now we kind of have the tools I would like to have to be able to play the game. Just saw them using the Ninja Turtle mythics. They might have gone into that tree. That was the thing when the kinetic blade was in the game. Tree camping was a lot more prevalent. That's mythic trigger. I don't know what was going on with my game there. My movement felt so weird. I don't know if I'm alone in this, but I feel like since the most recent update, I've been just like getting glitched movement on stuff. Like you saw it back there, I'm pretty sure, when I was like trying to like heal myself and I just like, my character stopped progressing. But that's what happened to me in that fight as well. It messes me up so much because I aim with my movement a lot. And then so in a fight like that, when I'm trying to aim with my movement and then my movement isn't movementing, it's a struggle. Luckily, I hit enough auto shotgun shots on him to start the fight that like it was just automatically won. But that was so much messier than it needed to be. Also very fortunate I hit a headshot snipe on the medallion player. But that medallion player was about to have a rough time, I think. Anyways, with that other person pulling up in the car. And there is a medallion player nearby. They're likely going to go for the medallions. If you're carrying one, they're going to go for the others, I would assume. And so, yeah, that's just the freest kill ever. I don't know what that guy's doing. He's like 2 tunnel vision on the medallions. Might take this pizza. Okay, yeah, I'd rather have 4 pizza slices than 1 shield fish. If I had full shield fish, I'd rather have those than the pizza. They're pretty comparable. It's like 40 shield fish to 30, and then the pizza also gives 5 white, which isn't the biggest deal, but it might matter. But, yeah, like I was saying, I'd rather have shield fish. And again, for the millionth time, people always ask why I don't carry the medallions. That's just an example of why. Like, that player was obviously 2 tunnel vision on the medallion for some reason. He definitely should have been aware of the fact I was here because I was driving right next to him. But even then, if he doesn't have a medallion, I don't know he's on his way, and I don't just, like, kind of play to eliminate him. But the fact that he has a medallion and is marked for me, I know that, like, okay, I can just kind of chill here for a little bit longer, and then this guy's going to pull up and then likely try to get the medallion that's on the ground here because he already has one, you know? So, just, even if, like, I've talked about this before and people comment that they use medallions and people don't really push them because of it, and that's, like, great, but, like, even if people aren't just, like, aggressively pushing you because of it, people knowing where you are is not ideal. In the past, I felt that the healing outweighed that downside, but with the nerfs, I just personally don't think the healing outweighs that downside anymore. This guy launch padded. If I was him, I would try to land on this mountain and then get high ground on the person using the car, but I think he's going to fly past me and land on the other mountain now. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Maybe he's going island. He got in my old car, but that car, it doesn't have very much gas, but it's not so low that it's like an immediate problem. He's likely going to go for the other medallions, or maybe not. I want to get out. That was just an odd fight. Didn't really get the type of engage on him I wanted. I wanted to get in the car and reverse it and then like jump out and shoot him, but he got out. Or he got in the moment I got out there. And so we really didn't get to do anything. He's rifted from island. Does he go on island? Okay, yeah. I don't know if I want to mess with that. I do think fighting island is... Or maybe he's not going island. He's flying past. This... I don't... This is an inside the mind video, and I do not understand the inside the mind of that player. I'm guessing he's going to go for the medallions now. There is a car here for him to use as well. Okay, yeah, he's on the medallions. Jeez. That's another thing that's nice about the turtle mythic, I think, is that it's a little bit easier to track people. Because you could just keep using it, whereas like shockwaves, you gotta kind of predict exactly where they're gonna be and shockwave to there, you know? So with that, I could just dash, and then as he grapple bladed, I could just like keep dashing and then eventually like catch up to him, and I already had hit the snipe on him, so he's relatively weak. I was making sure everything was loaded. We have 4 opponents remaining. How many kills did I get just off like baiting these medallions? Not even necessarily baiting them, but just like people going for them. I think that player should have just gotten in that car that was right there, because the previous player that had tried to get the medallions that I eliminated had drove a car up to that. I thought he would just grab the medallions and then get in that car right away, but he didn't for some reason. He had the Omega too. That's a Chapter 1, Season 4, Tier 100 skin. It's a pretty nice game to have forecast too. We just already know that like this mountain is going to get favored. Not sure how that much is going to matter though. I've talked about this in countless videos since like Fortnite has been a thing really, but I've played pretty aggressive and active this game, especially on the medallion players. And oftentimes when you do that, you eliminate the other like active players in the lobby, and then you just get left with like bots at the end, or like, you know, scared players. But I still get comments countless times of like, wow, that endgame was so easy compared to mine, and it's because I'm taking out most of the threats earlier on in the game. For pubs at least. Anytime I talk about anything, I'm talking about pubs. I don't care about competitive or play competitive. I think in pubs, if you'll get like special lobbies every now and then that are like different, but more often than not, if you eliminate a lot of the medallion players or the players who are playing aggressive throughout the course of the game, then you've gotten rid of most of the threats. And there still very may well be like a decent player or two here, but I'm not expecting these 3 remaining players to be the 3 best players in the lobby. And I think that's kind of like a misconception a lot of people make with BRs, is that like, you know, the person who got first is the person who played best in the game, or the best player in the game. And the person who got second was the second best, and that is rarely the case. That guy had a 4x on an AR, so I'm like so down to challenge that. See a player down and to the right here. I'm gonna get on this mountain and then look down on them. Not sure where the other one is though, so we want to be cautious about potentially being third-partied. What the hell? My car like griefed me. Well, that was not good. I had that guy very weak though. I maybe could have just like tried to shoot him once more and get the kill, but it was gonna be a 50-50. We were both one shot. My car like fell down with me and then ran me over. wish I had sprint, man. The crown looks like it dropped on the bottom, though. I'm not seeing any feet under the reboot van. I just want to keep griefing him. This is a person that had me weak already. And I am still very weak. So I want to end this fight here. And not let him heal. Okay, GG's. That was very bad, though. But that's just kind of the nature of the auto shotgun there. Like, I don't even think I played that fight poorly. Like, I felt like that fight was going well for me, and then, like, I don't know. I was just, like, incredibly weak out of nowhere. I think it was mainly just because of the side of the car we were fighting on. It was just, like, somewhat awkward timing with him, like, getting there as I also got to the apex, like, the peak of the mountain. If I'd gotten there a little bit sooner or a little bit later, I feel like that fight would have been a lot better. But that's just kind of the nature of auto shotgun fights, and that's why I was saying earlier that I didn't want to force an auto shotgun fight, even when it was, like, kind of my only strength at the time. Like, I didn't want to force it just because it can really go either way. But that is going to be it for this video. Hope you guys found this helpful, informative, interesting. As always, if you did, remember to give it a like, subscribe if you like to see more, and let me know down in the comments below what you think of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle mythics. I've been really enjoying them, and I think there was many points in that game where, like, that it was just easier to play with the turtle mobility than it would have been with any other mobility item in the game right now. But that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.